Welcome to the channel Dr.Caos. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about PHP frameworks. Now, as you all know, PHP itself is a very famous scripting language used by individuals and even organizations to make their application available to millions of users over the web. Now, frameworks in general terms is actually a collection of libraries. These libraries are written in the same language as the framework itself and provide you some of the predefined or pre-built modules. Now, what I'm talking about here is I think an example would be a predefined module would be user validation. Each and every web application generally has to go through some user validation to check whether the user has entered the correct data. Is that the data as you want? So in order to do that, you have to write some functions. Now there are so many functions that you have to write in order to fulfill that. Whether the password is between 8 and 16th length, or does it contain special characters, or is it exposed to some kind of attack like XSS or SQL injection, and things like these. You eventually have to take care of many things when it comes to one single entity like user validation itself. So eventually doing these things are very tedious, right? You have to write all of these functions just to perform a simple user validation. Now what frameworks does is provide you this pre-written, so you don't have to do this again and again. Just written already, you can just have to call that and do the operation. Now just to perform an XSS clean attack, you probably would have to go through some 15 to 16 lines of PHP code. In some kind of framework, it will take you 4 letters to do that. So it's pretty much reduction of code at its best. Now many people go through a debate speaking that frameworks is a tool for weak developers. Now I am not saying that it's for tools for weak developers, it's just a tool used for developing your application in a more faster manner. So a couple of frameworks I would like to recommend to you is CodeIgniter if you're a beginner or new to PHP. Eventually CodeIgniter is very easy to learn and has got a very good user guide, and it's very lightweight as well. And if you're a little bit experienced, I would say go with Kohana PHP. It is actually very easy to be honest, but it's much more sophisticated than CodeIgniter, and but you require a little bit of experience, I would say, because if you go with CodeIgniter, you don't even need to know what is PHP. You can just start with it like that because it has got very good support and it's actually very familiar and very similar to what actually core PHP is. And that's what I'm trying to say. Start with CodeIgniter, or if you have a little bit of experience with PHP, go with Kohana. Other frameworks that I would like to recommend to you is Zen framework, and then there is also Cake PHP, very famous one, Yi framework, which is very good as well. And there's so many that I cannot even remember the names. There's a description, there's a table in the description actually, which differentiates various frameworks from each other, so you can choose the one that fits to your need. It's a difference table mostly, so you can see which one to choose. Choose the one which has MVC because it will help you understand more that structure which is being used by all over the world by various developers. Make sure you choose your framework wisely. Anyway, this has been a channel Dr.Caos. I hope you like this video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.